Hey everybody, how are you doing today? So today's video I'm going to show you how to make dill pickles, and they're going to be from my picked pickles here, or cucumbers I guess, pickling cucumbers on my trellis here, and a few other sections of my garden. So I grow my own pickling cucumbers, my own garlic, and my own dill, so everything's fresh, and then you have the best pickles that way. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are growing and what you guys are doing, if you're canning pickles, making sauerkraut, or whatever you're doing, canning tomatoes as well. Let me know. The more ideas I get, the more things that I will be doing with my veggies when I get them all harvested. So these guys here are pretty awesome. They are almost, well, they're over 6 feet tall now. Well, 7 feet tall, my pickling cucumbers. This is the first year I've had good success with them growing so high up, and they look amazing. And every day I come over, there seems to be 3 or 4 more on a few different ones here. This guy's pretty big. Have to pick him. There's a baby guy. He's a bit of a runt. He's probably not going to grow any bigger than that. But they're kind of hard to find because I always miss them. Oh, there's one in there. And we got another big one there. So this is a pretty big sized one. As big as my hand. Some people like to have the little baby dills for their baby dills. I like bigger ones because I put them on my sandwiches. What else do we have here? Another baby one started down here. And we got another nice one there. And one here. And I also have a few slicing cucumbers too that I've got going on. I've picked one so far, but here's one here. He's got a little ways to go still. And I saw another one in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. 2 more growing there. So what I'll do, I'll cut these guys up quickly, get them in my basket, and then I'll take you over to the next spot that I have some pickling cucumbers. So one quick thing I wanted to talk to you guys about too, about care for your pickling cucumbers or any of your cucumber plants. What I like to do when they start growing up the trellis here, I like to prune them out. So I like to prune the bottom leaves out here, so you get some airflow through here, so they get some airflow and they just keep growing better. Because sometimes you start getting some dead leaves on them like this, so it's good to cut them off, and then that's just going to help put more strength as well into your plant, so it grows more fruit for you. So that's a quick little tip for keeping your plants healthy. Okay, here's my other section here that I've got trellised up. Lots of pickling cucumbers on here already. Another big one getting out of control. Got a whole bunch here. Oh, tons down here. Look at this. I've never had 2 side by side like that before. Oh, these guys are producing lots. I'm gonna be busy pickling pickles. This plant looks like he's actually dying off a bit, but whatever. So there you go. So there we go, guys. Next step, I'll get you into the kitchen and show you how to make some pickles. So we're back in the kitchen now that we've got all the pickling cucumbers picked, dill picked, and garlic ready to go. So some of the things you're going to need to do the hot water canning for your pickles. I'll use the 1 liter mason jars just because I can get more in them. You can use small ones if you want, but I find that when I grow my pickles they're a little bigger. This works great. So you need your 1 liter jars. You need your lids that go with the jars. So I've got 5 of them in the hot water bath. Then you need a separate pot of water here that you can put your lids in here so that they can warm up a bit, and then when they get warm, they're ever seal here. Once you pop them in, they seal nicely once they've been in the hot water bath. So I'll put this to the side there. Other thing you will need is this little magnet. It's a magnet picker upper. So it picks up your lids here out of the hot water. Toss that off. And then you will need this, which is your jar lifter. So when you pull it out of the hot water bath, you just stick it in here, and you pull it out, and good to go. And then in here, in this canner, is a hot water bath, so I got my water heating up. This thing takes like half an hour, 45 minutes to heat up, even when you put hot water in there. So we're going to let that heat up for a while, and then once that's ready, we'll get the next step going for you here. Okay, so the next thing you need is your brine. So basically just vinegar and water. I'm going to do 2 cups of vinegar to 6 cups of water. I might even double it because I might need that much. I'll probably use it all anyways because I have a lot more pickling cucumbers growing. So I'm going to do 4 cups of vinegar and then 12 cups of water. Okay, and if you don't use all your brine, you can save it for your next batch. So I've been saving my leftover brine to add it here and do my next batch. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup per 2 cups of vinegar and 4 cups of water. So I'm going to do 2 1/4 cups here. Just get it right in there. And I'm going to get this on the stove right away to bring it to a boil. So the salt dissolves. Oh, I got my magnet thing stuck to the bottom. You don't want that. There we go. So while we're waiting for that to boil, I'm going to get the pickling cucumbers and the garlic and the dill ready. And just on a quick side note, when you boil your jars, you want to bring it to a boil for 10 minutes so it sanitizes your jar, and then you're ready to use them. So I'll get the pickling cucumbers out and show you the next step. So I picked these guys all yesterday. Some of them are bigger than others, different shapes. A lot of people like the smaller sized ones, but sometimes when I get to the garden, you have a few runaways, they get a little bigger. So these ones I'll 1/4 or even half depending on what I'm doing in the jar. So what I'm going to do first is wash them all up quickly and then show you the next step. I won't bore you watch me wash these because it's not the funnest thing to watch. So next step is what you want to do is cut off the blossom end and the bottom down there. From what I understand, there's a bit of bacteria on them, and you don't want that in your canning process because it could throw it off. So this one I'm just going to pop in half. There we go. I'll go through this whole process. This time I might have to do half because he's a bit big. These smaller ones are all good. So there you go, just cutting the top and bottom sections off. It's just a little bit, not a whole lot. Same thing. And this one's bigger too, so I'm going to slice them in half here. And this is a kind of funny odd shaped guy, so I'll keep them weird ones like this. They're usually good for the top of the jar if you have a little bit of extra space. So there we go, we got them all cut up here. I'm going to do my garlic. So this is fresh garlic from the garden as well. So I'm just going to take the ends off, the bottom and the top, and just peel them quickly here. And with the garlic, I like to cut them up into little slices so that you get more flavor extracted from the garlic. So I'll just take it on the cutting board here and just give it like 3-4 slices. Now when you're doing this, you can add more garlic to your taste, less garlic, it's up to you. There's no set recipe on how much garlic you put in. And as well with dill, I don't have much dill right now, so it's going to be kind of short on dill. I forgot to buy some at the grocery store when I was there today, but the dill wasn't growing too well for me this year, so I'm a little low on it right now. But we'll make it do for what I have. Should get me through the few jars that I'm going to make tonight. This amount should probably give me about 5 jars, I think. 5 of the 1 liter jars. So I'm just gonna pop this one open. This one is my bigger bulbs this year. I've got a few that are a little bigger than this. So I'm gonna reseed a lot of those. And this clove, wow, this clove is huge. So really I should be planting this one back to the ground because he's really big, but that's alright. We'll use them up. Still a bit of dirt on them still. So let's slice these guys up. So my water is almost ready there. I can hear it boiling away the jars. So once I get this garlic done, we will get them started. So I'll finish this up quickly and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now my water is good here. They've been boiling and the water is pretty deep, so I'm going to have to scoop some water out quickly so I don't get my gloves wet. You need water about 1 inch over the top of your jars. These ones are a little more than that. So I'm going to take some water out here, make it easier to pull out the canner here. I mean actually pull the jar out first so the water level drops a bit so I can actually get okay, there we go. Pull those guys out. So now what you want to do is put as much garlic in as you want, as much dill as you want. I generally like to put a lot more than less. And then now you're just going to take your cucumbers and pack them in. So just careful because the jar might be a little warm from being in the water bath there. And the idea is try to pack in as much as you can into a single jar here. And if you need to slice them up or get some smaller ones in there to fit in, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Here we go. And so if you got a little bit of space inside here like this, I'm gonna pack in the small one here. Try to get in as far as possible. The more pickles you get in there, the less liquid you need to put in. So this is the hardest part, trying to get them in really well here, but we'll do what we can do here. That's why if you slice them into halves or quarters, and you can get them down the sides a bit better than this. And then I had that one funky one here. So yeah, when you get the funky ones like this, that aren't fully grown, you cut them up, and you can slice them in the top there. There we go. And now I need a funnel, a canning funnel like this on top. Ladle, which I don't have out yet. I've got my ladle here. So all you're going to do is give my brine a little stir here quickly just to get it all ready. So I'm just going to fill the jar up here. Make sure your brine's nice and hot. There you go. And then what you need is just a little paper towel here, so you can just wipe the top off so there's no food particles on it. So you get a nice awesome seal. And then now I need to find my little magnet for the lids there. So you just stick it into the water bath here. Just warming up your lids. I got two there. So pop it on. Screw it on. Just finger tight. And we'll take this and we'll pop her back in here. Good to go, and on to the next. So I'm going to run out of dill here, so I'm going to be a little bit more sparingly use it. And I go a little heavier with the garlic. There we go. And if you really want to get fancy, you can use jalapeno pepper, like a half of one, because they get pretty spicy if you like your spicy pickles, or you can use a ghost pepper if you're really adventurous, but obviously you wouldn't want to use a full ghost pepper because that would make this extremely spicy. But unless that's your thing, super spicy stuff, then go for it. So there we go, packing them in nice here. Ow, jars are pretty hot, so careful with that, guys. And this one I might slice this one in half, just top them up there. There we go. So now I'm going to grab my brine here again, just fill it right up. And you want the brine about 1/4 inch from the top, just so there's a little bit of air in there. Go. So this is the lid that was in the hot water or warm water. Just finger tight. Take this, pop it in the hot water bath here. There we go. Next one. Another one done, pop her in. There we go. I'll finish off these and show you the next step. Okay, I've got all my jars filled up now, minus one, because I only had enough for 5 jars, so that's not too shabby. So I'm just going to take this and lower it in, nice and slowly till we get to the bottom. And then I had the one extra jar here, I'm just going to take him out. No point having him in. And I'm just going to put the lid on right away, So put a bit more water in. Lid on right away and let it go for 15 minutes. So you want to let it go for 15 minutes once it's to a full boil. So I'll probably do for 20 minutes because it usually takes a while for it to come up to boil. Once it's done, I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, so there we go. It's been 20 minutes. Take the lid off here. Hold them up. And I'm going to take my jar lifter. Hold them up. And you can sort of hear them sucking the air out of the jar right now. Some of them. Means that they're pressurizing and doing what they're supposed to do. So I'll line them up here on the table with the cutting board. I like to put the cutting board down so the hot jars don't wreck your counter. You can tell that they're not dark green anymore, they've gone a little pale green, but that's what you want. And yeah, I can hear them all sucking in the air out of them. So there you go. That's what you want to do. Now what I'm going to do, I'll let them sit here overnight till they cool down. And what's going to happen is these lids, right now they're still curved up a bit, they're going to get popped down. And sometimes you can hear them popping. And when they pop, that means the jars are sealed and they're good to go. And you can store them for, I usually like to store them for like a month before I use them so that all the flavors can meld together and blend together and make them tasty dill garlic pickles. And like I said before guys, if you want a little spicier pickle, toss in a bit of a jalapeno, a bit of a hot pepper, cayenne, some Frank's Red Hot sauce, whatever you have to spice it up to your taste. So there you go guys, I hope you found that video helpful and I hope you guys are trying that out. Let me know what else you guys are canning at home if you're doing, you know, like tomatoes, pickles, pickled beans, whatever you're doing, I'd love to hear. So have a great day guys, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, share my video around, and have a great day. Happy gardening and happy canning. Bye.